Dear students, let us revise the topic that we have learned in the previous class. Then we will discuss on today's topic. So in previous class, I have told you, or we have discussed on the topic representation of relief features on a topographical map, and counterline. It is the common method to represent a relief features on a topographical map. So what does counterline means? Counterline, it is a imaginary line that meet at equal elevation. That means it is an imaginary line that meet at equal elevation. And the another topic that we have discussed is counter interval. What does counter interval means? Counter interval means it is a difference. It is a difference of height between two adjacent counter line. Between two adjacent counter lines. So whenever you are interpreting a counter line on a topographical map or identifying a counter line on a topographical map, you must know what does counter interval means. Counter interval, it is a difference of height. Difference of height between two adjacent counter line. That means it is a difference of height between two adjacent counter line means counter interval, or it is also known as vertical interval. So the definition of counter interval and vertical interval both are same. Now come to the another topic, that is horizontal equivalent. Horizontal equivalent. What does horizontal equivalent means? Horizontal equivalent means here it was difference, now we have to distance between any two adjacent counter line. So my dear students, horizontal equivalent means a distance between any two adjacent counter line, and counter interval or vertical interval means difference of height or difference in height between any two adjacent counter line. Here is a difference in height, and here distance between any two adjacent counter interval. So this was the topic that we have discussed, and the characteristics of a counter line. Once again I repeat, the characteristics of a counter line. The characteristics of a counter line, it is very simple. Counter line, it is always drawn in a brown ink. That is the first characteristics. Second, it represents a relief features on a topographical map. Third characteristics is in a gentle slope the counter line are far from each other, whereas in a steep slopes counter line are very close to one another. Fifth characteristic that we have is the counter line. Every fifth counter line, it is drawn with a thick line. It will be bold than the other line. Why? Because it represents a counter index. And the last characteristic that we have learned, if the distance between the counter line is equal from all sides, that means that places have a uniform shape. So this was the topic that we have discussed in the previous class. Now let us move on to today's topic. So today's topic, I have told you identification of simple landform on a topographical map. So here, how to identify a simple landform on a topographical map? The first one that we are learning is gentle slope and steep slopes. So see here, as I have drawn here counter line with the height of, that is the highest height we have of this landform is 600 meter and the lowest one is 100 meter. So how to represent a gentle slope and the steep slopes? So this kind of slopes is known as steep slopes and this kind of slopes is known as gentle slope. So my dear students, we have learned that counter line in a steep slopes, they are close to each other, and counter line in a gentle slopes, they are far from each other. So this kind of counter line you will find if the landform is in this shape on the earth, or you can also say this kind of landform is represented in this way with the help of counter line on a topographical map. The highest height of this landform is, of this mountain is 600 meter. Here you can see the top one, it is 600 meter and the lowest one is 100 meter. So that means the height of this mountain, which has one side it has steep slopes, another side it has gentle slope. The height of these relief features is 600 meter and the lowest height is 100 meter. That means this height is the base level height and this is the apex height of this landform. So it is very easy to represent a gentle slope and the steep slopes on a topographical map. Now let us come to the another topic, that is plateau. So what do you mean by plateau? Plateau is an elevated land flattened at the top and which looks like a table, or plateau is an raised land which is flattened at the top and which looks like a table, or you can on a topographical map. Plateaus are marked by a counter line and these counter line are very close to each other from all sides because this plateau has a steep slopes. The slope of this plateau is steep on all sides. That's why the counter line are very close to each other in all sides. And whereas at the you can see center, there is no any other concentric circle in this plateau because plateau it is flattened at the top. That means it is a flat land at the top, so that's why we don't have any concentric circle at the center. Here we can see a elevated land like a mountain. It has a concentric circle at the center, but whereas in plateau we don't have, because plateau it is the land out here is very flat, you can say. That's why we don't find any kind of lines at the center because the surface is flat. That's why no concentric circle at the center of the plateau. So this is how we represent a landform like plateau, like a gentle slope and a steep slopes mountain on a topographical map with the help of counter line. Now let us move on to the another topic, that is conical hills. What does conical hills means? Conical hills, it is simply a low elevated hills with a uniform steepness on all sides. That means both sides it has a uniform steepness, or you can also say it has a uniform steepness on all sides, which looks like a cone, a birthday cap, which looks like a cone. So this is how the counter line represent a conical hill on a topographical map. So this is how we represent a gentle and the steep slopes, plateau, conical hills on a topographical map with the help of counter line. So now let us move on to the another topic, another landform. The another landform we have here is ridges, then we have saddle, then we have cliff. So these are the topics that we will discuss now. So my dear students, now let us move on to the another landform, that is ridge, or it is also known as ridges. What does ridges means? Ridges is a long and narrow elevated land that has steep slopes at the both sides with several peaks. Once again I repeat, a ridge is a long and narrow elevated land that has steep slopes at the both sides of it and has a several peaks. It also acts like a watershed or water divide. What does watershed and water divide means? Water divide means because of this elevated land, the water, the drain that is moving, not drain, a river which is flowing from this region has divided into two parts or several parts. That's why it is said as water divide. So this kind of counter, if you see on a topographical map, then it is a ridges. But actually if you see it on the land, then the shape of the ridge is like this. That means a ridge is a long and narrow elevated land that has steep slopes at the both sides and with several peaks. And how to identify the ridges? Ridges, mostly it is very easy to identify because they have a counter with an oval shape. The counter line with an oval shape at the center, which is very close to each other, and counter line are very close to each other, which indicate the slope is steeps. Counter are very close to each other, that indicate the slope is very steep. So this is the way how we represent a ridge on a topographical map with the help of counter line, and this is the actual landform that we see on the land, that is which is known as ridges. Now come to the another topic or another landform, that is saddle. So this kind of landform, if you see on the surface of the earth, this is known as saddle. What does saddle means? Saddle is a shallow depression at a higher elevated area between two peaks or ridges, or you can also say saddle is a shallow depression. The depression found between the two peaks, it is known as saddle, and this is formed because this depression is formed because of the movement of the glacier, or you can also say because of the movement of the water. So in simple we can say a saddle is a shallow depression at a higher elevated land between two peaks or ridges. Between two peaks or ridges, a depression that is formed with the movement of the glacier or the movement of the water or the flow of water, it is known as saddle. So counter, here it is, counter are far from each other. That means in this gap the counter are far from each other. It is a depressed area or depression area. Now come to the another landform, that is cliff. What does cliff means? Cliff, it is a vertical or near vertical land feature. That means it is a vertical land feature or near to vertical land features. You can see here it is a vertical landform. The landform rise vertically from lower ground, and this landform rise vertically from the lower ground. This land vertical or a near vertical landform, that landform rise vertically from lower ground. So this area, it is known as cliff. So raised portion of a land from lower level, the area that we see here, it is known as cliff, or you can also say vertical or near vertical land features. The landform which look like vertical or near to vertical, and when you see from the distance place, it looks like a raised land. The land, it has been risen up. So this is the way how the cliff look like on the surface of the earth, and this is the counter line which is representing a cliff on a topographical map. The counter line, you can see here some lines are intersecting to one another. That means, okay. So my dear students, this is the actual landform that we find on the surface of the earth, and this is the counter line which is representing a cliff on a topographical map. So you can see here a cliff has a flat top, that's why the only one circle that with the highest height, that is 600 meter, here at 600 meter. After that you can see here concentric circle or the counter line, they are overlapping each other. This means that this area they have a same height, that's why they are overlapping each other, whereas this side, the other side of this cliff have a different height, that's why the that's why the counter line are far from each other. So when I was teaching about the characteristics of a counter line, that time I have mentioned that counter line will not cross each other but it will overlap each other. So in cliff we have seen that counter line which is representing a cliff will overlap each other if the height of this place are same in the one side and differ in the other side. So counter are close to each other or merge in a single line or overlap each other. So this is the way how counter line represent a cliff on a topographical map. Now, so my dear students, this makes the end of today's class. There are some more topics left on this chapter. We will discuss it in the next class. Till then, stay home, stay safe, take care.